Today I want to try another 7 very strange components in this circuit, including this tree twig. Let's go inside and have a look. Lots of fun things to try today, and also 3 ideas that have come from the comment section of the last video. Thank you very much for those ideas. And they include, from Caesarus 2011, he said it's more about capacitance than it is about resistance. So I do want to quickly try some capacitance ideas. We've also had Mr. Talking Machine, who said about 2 diodes facing in opposite directions might actually work well on the circuit. And then there was my wife, who suggested a piece of cheese. That, yeah, definitely. Good bit of fun. So, just to show what it's supposed to do in the actual circuit, I'll put the circuit diagram on the screen now. And my changes that I made, but you can make it the same way as he shows. Then this is what you're supposed to see. So there's the matchstick there, and if I have it around about the halfway, and I touch there we go, the light comes on, and also the buzzer will sound. If I go to the left, the light will come on, and the buzzer will also come on. So this is why you're supposed to bring it around to just when the light goes off, as we had it before, and then all the way round to the right, and then touch it, and it should still work, partially. And before we start, you might be glad to know that I've put a piece of tape now over this speaker, so it won't have that same grating, horrible noise. I'll demonstrate. Yeah, that's much better on the ears. So that sound then was actually coming from the Twig. It's not too bad. It does stick a little, as you can hear. But that's not bad, is it? It just sticks that small amount. Now if I change fully over to the left and fully over to the right, as we did in the first video, is fully over to the left, the light comes on, the siren goes, yes. And over to the right, the light should go off. And indeed, it does. Is there anything that happens when I touch the wire? Yeah, it still responds, even at the lowest setting. But that's not bad. However, it is very similar to a matchstick. Right, next, we've got water. And this one was interesting to me because of, high voltage experiments and the way that water can act with some capacitance and resistance. So just plain water, tap water in this case. So I've put the pot round about to the middle. If we touch, we do get the flashing, and it is repeatable with no latching. There's no sound, but that is working fine. Yeah, every time I press that, the light comes on. So as a touch switch, the water is working. Quickly spin it round to the left. Let's see if the light comes on. Yeah, the light does come on. And there is the sound, so that's interesting. And right round to the right. Do we get anything? No, we don't. But that's in the middle, just before the light comes on, which is where you're supposed to set this circuit to. And the circuit does do the thing. It does light the LED, but it doesn't make the buzzer sound. Water does get a pass though. Interesting. Next one. As we move along, I'll leave the capacitance to the end because I've just tried it and that is very, very interesting. It's well worth looking at. Anyway, what might not be or might be is the cheese. We'll do that next. Well, let's go for this then. So, I've brought it down to about the halfway, there on the variable pot, which is 200k in this case, and it does respond. There's no sound from the buzzer, but that is lighting the LED. So if I turn this pot around, yes, the light comes on. Does the buzzer sound? Yes, it does. And if I move it round, all the way round to the right, let's see what happens. We get nothing all the way round. But I am completely surprised. I'll bring it round to where it's supposed to be just before the light comes on. Try touching. Yeah, the light comes on. But there's no sound from the buzzer. Otherwise, that's a pass. Well, it's not so bad, is it? Using one of your favourite foods in your circuits. But I think you'll find from the next one, this cheese won't be on the table. And very nice it is too. Now for this next one, I've got a piece of circuit board material. And the reasoning behind that is because I did build the circuit up onto a piece of Vero board, and I wondered if the material that it was on may actually cause problems, or may actually make any difference at all. So that's why I've put this on here. Let's try it. So with the pot in the middle, yep, we get the buzzer. Oh, it latches. So what we've seen before is that normally means it's like there's nothing in there, which is good news. Over to the left, nothing. Over to the right, nothing. And does it respond over to the right? It does still respond, but it latches. So it looks good for the circuit board material having no effect on the circuit. Next is a bit of a curio because it's a pencil, but I've got the pieces of wire about the same distance between as the matchstick, but the one of them is only connected to the graphite in the middle, and the left hand one there is connected to the outer paint. So I wonder if that's got any chance. Let's see. Yep, a little bit of latching, but that seems to be reliably triggering. When it does latch, it latches for the same amount of time, tiny amount of time. I quite like that. Turn it all the way around to the left. Yep, does the buzzing. Turn it all the way around to the right. Do we get anything? Yes, we still do. So really, that works. Okay, now moving on to the idea by Mr. Talking Machine, and that is to get one diode that's going anode to cathode connected to another diode cathode to anode. So they're both going in different directions. And let's see what that does. Here we are with a close-up. Hopefully you can see how the insides are different on the left and on the right. Okay, let's try them. So the familiar test by now, around about the middle. Oh, it latched a little bit. Oh, it's latched a lot. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to have worked. I'll spin it round to the left, see if the light comes on. Yep. Oh, but interestingly, no buzzer. And then round to the right. Does it do anything? Oh, unfortunately, still latches. It's worth a go though. And now finally onto the capacitance thoughts from Cesaris 2011. And by using one of these radio type variable capacitors and then using other different types of capacitor, I found out that a 1UF or a 105 of these ceramic types seems to work the best. Some were latching at lower values, some were latching at higher values, but the 1UF ceramic appears to work very well indeed. You can see there, if I'm touching this, the response is all the time, every time, and with no latching. As I say, the buzzer doesn't come on, but there's no latching, and that response is just great. I'll turn the pot to the left and we'll see what happens. Turn around to the left, there we go, the buzzer comes on. Turn around all the way to the right. Do we get anything? And this time, no. But what we do get, and which is kind of important to a lot of this, is that we can set the position so the light is just about off, and every single time I touch it, we do get that light to come on with no latching at all. So yes, thanks very much for that idea. I would say we've shown something there about capacitance. Well worth trying. And hopefully agree that those other experiments were a bit of fun and well worth trying. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.